And I think that with comedy is very similar because when comedy first started, you think back in vaudeville, right? Comedy was just a small part and a larger show where maybe you had live animals or magicians or singers or dancers, right? And then you'd have one person doing a shtick and then the next thing come up. And then it evolved like, if you think in the Catskills, think the marvelous Miss Maisel, right? Like she would go to the Catskill because then comedians would start having they were the act. People would be like, oh, I'm going to see a comedy show up there. And then comedy clubs were born in like the 70s and 80s. And then everybody wanted to be go to a comedy club because you're not going to get all the other things. You're going to go there strictly for comedy. And then the headliner was born. Like who's going to have the longest amount of time on that stage? And that's where we started to see the bigger names. And then, and then you go into television. Well, even before then, or way back, even before the clubs, you had radio. We had Jack Benny. I went to Jack Benny Junior High, by the way, in case you know who Jack Benny is, because he was a radio comedian. But then you had television, and then late night was born, and then Johnny Carson. So someone going on Johnny Carson, like that could make or break someone's career overnight just by appearing as a guest, right? So then that changed things. And then all of a sudden we had specials, suddenly because of film and TV. And then people would go on to sitcoms. A lot of funny people went on, became actors on sitcoms. And then you had all the specials. So again, it's like comedy has always been there, but the method in which it's delivered changes because technology evolves. And so with all the social media, even though like right now there's a lot of debate, sometimes with comedians about is that real comedy if it's on social media or, is crowd work this or that. But it's just another vehicle to deliver a joke to your audience.